Hello guys, my name is Reza Okta Kurniawan, student number 22014184095. Today I would like to tell you the importance of liberalism and hedonism. Liberalism is a political doctrine that takes protecting and entrenching the freedom of the individual to be the central problem of politics. Liberals typically believe that government is necessary to protect individuals from being harmed by others. But they also recognize that government itself can pose a threat to liberty. As the revolutionary American parliamentary Thomas Paine expressed it in Common Sense 1776, government is at best a necessary evil. Law, judges, and police are needed to secure the individual's life and liberty, but their coercive power may also be turned against him. The problem then is to devise a system that gives government the power necessary to protect individual liberty, but also to prevent those who govern from abusing that power. In a liberal society, all persons are free to do exactly as they please, as long as they do not violate the right of others to make decisions about their life. You can be a capitalist, communist, Muslim, homosexual, racist, or social democrat, and still live the way you want. The only difference is that you can no longer force other people to participate in your ideology or religion. This means that communists can live in peace in their own community, Muslim in their own community, social democrat under their own welfare system, and so on. If that's what they want, such as arrangement is valid as long as nothing is going on that violates the constitution, such as member being forced to join or member threatening or compelling outsider to participate. Liberals establish a constitutional order that prizes important individual freedoms, such as freedom of speech and freedom of association and independent judiciary and public trial by jury, and the abolition of aristocratic privilege. Liberals expose a wide array of views depending on their understanding of this principle, that they generally support free market, free trade, limited government, individual rights including civil rights and human rights, capitalism, democracy, secularism, gender equality, racial equality, internationalism. The primary goal of liberalism is to ensure individual freedom and peace. This means that safeguarding individual freedom from all kinds of violation. Government is the central to liberalism and has limited but important functions: defense, police, and judiciary. In order to protect individuals against various types of violation in their government. In liberalism, everything must be voluntary, even financing the government. A liberal constitutional society includes everyone. This means that everyone, including other socialism, can live as they please as long as they are peaceful. Transitioning to a liberal society can only done gradually. Meanwhile, hedonism is a school of thought that argue seeking pleasure and avoiding suffering are the only component of well-being. Hedonism for health and well-being maximize everyday pleasure can be used in therapy, shows promise as an intervention for depression. We do know that intervention encouraging individuals to focus on pleasurable experiences are associated with increased self-reported well-being. There are several branches of hedonism in philosophy, and one of the most well-known advanced by ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus, ultimately advocate for rather simple life. Epicurus' version agreed that pleasure is the greatest good, the best life is the most pleasant life, says James Warren, professor of physics at Cambridge University. But he thinks the highest pleasure you can achieve is absence of pain. Once pain has been removed, you don't increase pleasure from the point on you just bury it. Epicurus certainly took an extreme view. He said he needed very little and life without desiring gave him the greatest possible pleasure. But this emphasis on assessing wants and desire is useful for those who adopt a less strict Epicurean approach. Hedonistic philosophy helped to filter those views and remind us what's truly valuable. True pleasure, far from being frivolous, is the ultimate indication of a life well lived. A hedonistic person is committed to seeking sensual pleasure, maybe like the people can like find a message bar or you can eat buffet or a treasure for yourself. That's why hedonistic folks revel in pleasure and demand it in the present tense and demand it in the present tense. And thought that is the importance of liberalism and hedonism to seek freedom and fulfill the pleasure of their life. Thank you for listening. See you next time.